Good morning, Brian. Another amazing forecast. Unfortunately, I'm inside, so I can't really feel any of that this morning, but we have something super special and fun for you guys. We are doing an Arklatex Sounds. Now, usually we do those on like a Friday or something to showcase what's going on the weekend, but we have a very special local here who we are going to introduce, Miss Kylie Small. You just graduated from Houghton and you are making your dreams come true. Talk to us about what you do and kind of just what got you into singing.
I'm pretty sure that I was born just singing. I came out of the womb and with a microphone in my hand. I love a stage. I love just being in front of people. I love music. And so I started that at a very early age. I'm pretty sure the second I was talking. And then my community really helped foster that, my love for music, and helped me really grow into that. My church, First Baptist Houghton, has been so involved in my life, especially with music. I've led worship since the 6th grade. And then different programs in my school, the Talented Arts program and Bossier School Systems. They have helped me a ton, just performing live and really getting confident on stage. And then also different programs around Shreveport Bossier. There's the Louisiana Grandstand over in Shreveport, and those folks have been so helpful. Shreveport is so very blessed to have such amazing people and such an amazing community, and I'm so very grateful for them, because without that, I would not be doing this and I would not be pursuing this professionally.
Absolutely. And your story is amazing, right? Like you practice so much and you put so much time into this. What would you tell to kids who look at you and are around this area and they want to do what you're doing? How do you get into this?
I would tell them you just have to dive in head first. I was terrified to start doing this. I began posting my music on TikTok a few years ago, and I was so scared because I wasn't sure if people would like it. I really wasn't sure what the response was going to be, but my family encouraged me to, and so I just did it. And through that, I was able to get in contact with a talent scouting agency in Nashville. I signed with them, and it is through that I was able to release my first single the day before I graduated high school. And so I say just jumping in and not being scared of what others think. Dolly Parton said, "You'll never do a whole lot unless you're brave enough to try," and so I live by that.
That is such an awesome quote. Look, so obviously social media played a huge part into it's the new day and age, right? How much time do you spend practicing your craft?
Probably not as much as I should, so don't tell my music teachers. But I think the best way to practice and learn is by doing. And so recently I've been playing at various locations all throughout the week, and that is the best practice in my opinion, because you really can't replicate what it's like up here on a stage. And so I definitely spend ample time going through all of that and going through my songs. And I've got an amazing vocal coach and an amazing team that has also supported me in learning how to do all of that sort of thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, she is going to be playing here at Noble Savage in downtown Shreveport tomorrow evening. And so we have so much more coming. We've got to let her warm up her vocals a little bit before we let her sing. It's early in the morning, guys, but right now we're sending it back to Nate and Shannon in the studio. And welcome back. We are here at Noble Savage for a very special Arklatex Sounds. We have Miss Kylie Small, who just graduated from Houghton, and you are an up-and-coming country music star, I have heard. Talk to me about, obviously you play a lot, talk to me about the nerves in it, right? Like I was an athlete, I get performing in front of people, but what is the difference in performing in front of people?
I personally don't get nervous, and I think that's because I think about it less as performing, and I'm just doing what I love up here. And so I never feel more at home than whenever I'm on a stage with a microphone in my face. And so it honestly brings me more joy than it does nerves or anxiety or anything like that.
That's perfect. Well, I'm so glad you said that, because you're about to play in front of a lot of people here. So go ahead and let's hear some amazing country music from Kylie Small.
It is called Them Boys. Them boys grew up across the street, 3 houses down from mine. We used to skip rocks and fish off the dock, just passing the summertime. One day I came crashing through the screen door, 'cause one of them made me cry. Told Mama I hate him, she smiled and said, "Baby, one day you'll change your mind. Them boys are gonna drive you crazy. Them boys are gonna break your heart. Them boys are gonna run a little wild child. They can't help who they are. With their skull ring jeans and small town dreams, trucks that make too much noise. And one day they show up at your front door, got you falling for one of them boys, them boys. Now them boys grew up in the country, kinda play around in dirt. Well, they ain't scared to fight, turn up Friday night, so show up for Sunday church. And the same boys that make your daddy's hair turn gray will make a good man someday. Them boys are gonna drive you crazy. Them boys are gonna break your heart. Them boys are gonna run a little wild child. They can't help who they are. But their skull ring jeans and small town dreams, trucks that make too much noise. One day they show up at your front door and got you falling for one of them boys, them boys.
Good morning, Brian. Welcome back to Noble Savage, where you guys are about to listen to the next star. Some people are comparing her to the next Lainey Wilson. I think she's the first Kylie Small. You are listening to her new single, Them Boys.
Them boys grew up across the street, 3 houses down from mine. We used to skip rocks and fish off the dock, just passing the summertime. One day I came crashing through the screen door, 'cause one of them made me cry. Told Mama I hate him, she smiled and said, baby, one day you'll change your mind. Them boys are gonna drive you crazy. Them boys are gonna break your heart. Them boys are gonna run a little wild child. They can't help who they are. With their skull ring jeans and small town dreams, trucks that make too much noise. One day they show up at your front door and got you falling for one of them boys, them boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kylie Small. So obviously beautiful voice, and so talented. Talk to us about your family's role in supporting your dream.
I couldn't do it without my family. They have meant so much to me. My family is super close, and we are all from Halton. We have such a tight community here, and without their support, I would not be doing this at all. It was actually my mom that convinced me to make a TikTok account and start posting my music, and had she not have really, really strongly encouraged me and like almost forced me to do that, I would not even be considering doing music in college or anything past just for fun. And so I'm so grateful for that. And all of my family, they come out to every single time I play. My dad finances almost all of it. And so in every single aspect, I could not do this without my family.
Absolutely, and having a family that backs your dream, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Kylie Small will be here before you get to see her at giant stadiums and things like that. She'll be here downtown Shreveport at Noble Savage. I have to ask you one more little question here. What is your favorite part about all this? Is it the travel? Is it the playing in front of people? What is your favorite part?
My favorite part is right after I get off stage and there are a few people waiting, not many because my name doesn't mean a whole lot yet. It will one day, but there'll be people waiting, and there's always like a few little girls who will say, they're like, oh, I want to be a singer and I want to do this. And so I love doing what I get to do on stage. I love writing, but it's after the fact whenever I get to talk to little girls who are just like me, and they've always wanted to stand up here.
I love that so much. Look, Nate, Shannon, we have so much more on the way. Don't forget, at 7 o'clock, we have a live stream as well, so you'll get to hear a lot more about Kylie. I'll remind you guys whenever we see her just one more time. But welcome back to Noble Savage for a special Arklatex Sounds. You're about to listen to Kylie Small, a Houghton graduate who is traveling to Nashville for college and to chase her dreams as a country music artist. Here's her new single, Them Boys.
Them boys are gonna run a little wild child. They can't help who they are. With skull ring jeans and small town dreams, trucks that make too much noise. One day they show up at your front door and got you falling for one of them boys.
What an amazing voice and amazing talent here at Noble Savage, downtown Shreveport. She'll be playing here tomorrow evening. Let's talk about your career, right? You are newly getting into this, right? And you've been practicing so much over the years. What are you looking forward to? What are your goals and what you want to achieve with your dream?
If we're dreaming big, then my goal is to be a household name. I would love to go on tour, and I would love to get to make music full time and get to be an artist. However, I'm happy anywhere in the music industry. I love being surrounded by artists, and songwriting is one of my biggest passions and talents whenever it comes to music. And so that is something that if I can just be a songwriter, as long as I'm a part of the industry, I will run coffee and run errands until I make it to the top. But we're going to get there one day.
And that's the mentality you have to have, especially not even just in the music industry, but in following anybody's dreams, watching at home. You got to do what it takes to do what it takes, right? And obviously you're doing a great job. She'll be here, like I said, Noble Savage tomorrow evening. We have a live stream that we will be having here at 7, where she will be previewing one of her new singles. So we heard Them Boys right now, but we will be previewing a new song. So you're going to make sure you're going to want to go to the website and watch with us there. But for right now, thank you so much for joining us. We've had such a great morning and so much more to come. And I'm sure everybody watching is wishing you a huge, huge, huge good luck in Nashville. And we're so proud to say that you're from the Arklatex. And so thank you again, Nate and Shannon.